Greetings. You know, I see so many of these YouTube videos where the guy starts out with, hey, how y'all doing? It's your old buddy Cockroach here. Or, hey, how y'all doing? It's your old buddy Ice Pick here, coming back at you. And I guess if you have a large following, these people know who you are and expect you to be that way. I have a following of about 3.5 people, so, and I don't have a cool nickname, so Cockroach and Ice Pick have already been taken. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep it simple, and I'm gonna come at you with greetings. I'm Russ. So, what we're gonna do today is, first off, I just noticed that I'm cutting off the top of my head, and I really combed up my hair good for this video, but that's all right because I'm not here to give you hair tips. I'm here to give you guitar tips. We're going to take a look at some alternate tunings. I don't know if some of you may have thought about doing alternate tunings. Alternate tunings are just as the name implies. You take your tuning and you totally alter it to something different that offers you some really, really cool stuff. It just, it's also comes in handy as a motivational tool. But the only problem with it is that when you go into an alter tuning, generally your standard chord positions out the window. Not going to do you any good. There's a couple times that I've found a way to sneak one in, but no more than a couple. Anyway, so the reason for this video is we're going to look at a very basic alter tuning that is not going to affect the way you function yourself on the fingerboard. You'll still be able to play the stuff that you play. Okay, so what we're going to do is, this is called drop D tuning. There's a really scientific reason for this, and let me see if I can explain it to where you understand it right now. We're going to take this E string and we're going to drop it to D. Are you with me so far? All right, now we're in standard tuning at this point. And standard tuning is E. Try that again. Sounds like E, A, D, G, B, E. All right, that's standard tuning. E, A, D, G, B, E. As I said, we're going to drop this dude down to from E a full step to D. I can't even do an instructional video with a cat fight going on. And it's not the kind of cool cat fight. We're going to drop this down to E. Drop this E down to D. We don't need a tuner. All we need is a decent set of ears. One ear will do. Because, as I stated earlier, we got these, if you follow this down, it's E, A, D, and I'm going to stop right there because D is what we're after. We've got a built-in D right here that we can follow with our ear. So, drop this down until it matches that. Okay, here we go. It's going to sound like this. Just like that. And if you notice the way I stared off into the distance, it really helps a lot. So, now, by doing that simple move, we are now in the tuning that we're looking to get into, drop D tuning. And it's going to sound like this. Now remember, before it sounded like this. You probably don't remember that because I didn't strike that chord, but it did. It sounded like this. And that string there is kind of a little sticky point. So by dropping it down to drop D, now we have got a full array of complementary notes. What we've got here is an extra D thrown in. Gives you a little more richness. It gives you a little more options with your playing, which I'm going to get to in a minute. And you can't see, but I got a dog down here I'm petting. And two of the other things it gives you is it gives you a little bit lower end now. I mean, not a whole lot, but you got it's dropped it down some. Gives you a little more into basement. And it also offers you, if you're an aggressive type player, or even if you're not, it gives you a little bit of chunk there. So now that we've done that, I am going to show you how to use your complementary chords, because with D we've got We throw in a G and an A. And that is the D progression. This is the international sign for progression. Now, if you go to G using this tuning, did you hear anything wrong there? I know I did, because changing the tuning of the string affects this in ways that we don't generally like, but we can fix. And I'm gonna show you how. Here's what I do. And it may just be out of laziness, because it's no secret that I'm a lazy man. My mascot. Anyway, here's what we do to avoid that problem. I'm gonna go and cheat a little bit. Instead of doing this, I'm gonna do this. So, I am basically just hitting these two bass strings here, or the two tops, these two strings right here. All right, I'm just one finger in both of them. That's your G, and that's your A. If you want to get cute, you can spruce them up a bit. Okay, now I'm going to give you an example of a popular song that you can use and you can play in drop D, and it goes a little like this. You may even recognize it. I think these guys had 2 or 3 hits. And that is the lesson. Wait, I just found some bonus footage. We're going to try something a little bit different. It's just a step forward and in a little bit more advanced direction, but not really a lot. It's more like moving your toe. We're going to go to double drop D. Show you how easy that is. We got one E left here that we haven't messed with, and so we're going to take this E string, going to drop it down a whole step to D. We've got 2 to choose from. We could match it to this, or we could match it to this. I'm going to use this one, and this is what we're going to do. The same thing we did with the other one. Oops. Damn it. Get this back in the right position, maybe I can play it right. And now we've got double drop D. So we've got all kinds of D action going on. Now, I don't have a popular song that I've adapted this to, so I'm just going to throw a little of an original composition. Totally in tune there, but you know, for all intents and purposes, doesn't really matter. You notice I'm playing with a pink pick. I've done one of these videos before, and I had the same pink pick. That doesn't have anything to do with anything. I like this pick because it's got just a touch of curve to it. Fits my thumb real nice. It's a really groovy pick. Anyway, that is drop D, and that is also double drop D tuning. Getting back in is let's cover that real quick. Since we don't have anything to match these strings to, we're going to create a match. And it's going to follow pretty much the basic standard tuning procedure where you match them up here at the 5th fret, drop down here once, back up the 5th. What we're going to do is we're going to take your B string, second from the bottom, we're going to slide it up to fret number 5. And then we're going to go. There you go, you're back into E. Wait, you say, there's still one that's out? You're right. And now, we're back into standard tuning. Sorry, cat. That pretty much concludes today's lesson. Next time we chat, we're going to get into something a bit more advanced. So, my dog's over here wanting no one's got time to eat. Here comes the gravy train, baby. All right, that concludes today's lesson. We'll talk again later, and I hope you got something from this. If you didn't, then pretend like this was never even happening.